Hello, folks. It's Michael here. I'm out walking and I shaved. Well, a little bit. I like to have a little mustache and little facial hair here. Anyway, yesterday I ran a whole bunch of errands with my car. I'm almost 62 years old. I think I tell you this all the time. And I just ran all over the place. So I stopped at the church by my house because they try to help people and they give out food yesterday. They were giving out food, but I didn't actually get in line. I saw the line, and it looked like there was like 500 cars there. It was the worst I've ever seen it. I don't know if it was actually 500, but it was bad. So I just continued on, and every day when they're done when they're done with their giving out their stuff, the food to people, whatever they have. If there's anything left, they put it on in the front of the church. So I went over to the church, and they had like a lot laying out. They had lots of bread. They had hamburger buns. There was a watermelon. I mean, there was a lot. Let's see. They had cases and cases of blueberries. They had a couple boxes filled with donuts, and they had a big box, in separate bags, like filled with pre-cooked hamburger patties on a bun. So I grabbed like four of them, and I must have got 40 sandwiches. And then I took 10 loaves of bread, and then I took, tried to get the good, better bread, because it's all mixed up. And then I like to have a hamburger once in a while, even though I just got hamburger, the hamburger buns, the hamburger with the bun at the church. So I grabbed 10 hamburger buns, 10 packages of hamburger buns. And then there was like a watermelon sitting there. They put it out. There was one. So I like to have watermelon, every once in a while. And it's kind of expensive at the store, if you buy the cut up cubes. So I took that. And then my wife likes some sweets every once in a while. And I do too, a little bit. So I took 4 packages of donuts. 2 were plain and 2 had frosting. And I think that was pretty much it. And there was so much there. There was like 5 other people that pulled up in their car, and they were doing the same, and there was still a lot. So yeah, I was very happy with that. And sometimes I give some of it away, but winter's coming, and last year winter was really bad for me last year. So I slipped and fell on the ice, and I broke my foot. It was like the worst time of my life. I was bedridden a lot. I couldn't go out for over 2 months. And I didn't get a card or nothing from nobody. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about me except my wife. I didn't receive a card or nothing. So I felt really kind of down in the dumps. But I got better eventually and went back to work. So yeah, my whole foot turned black. I was shocked. And the doctor said if it was a little worse, they'd probably had to do surgery. And he was always harping on me when I would go in there on crutches. He'd say, "Don't walk on it, don't walk on it, don't walk on it. You're going to make it worse, you're going to make it worse." And he was kind of acting pissed off. So eventually I got better. and I went back to work. So anyway, back to the story about the food. So this time I decided, winter's coming. In case something happens, I better have something in reserve. So I packed my freezer with all the hamburger buns and all the bread and the 40 hamburger patty buns. They get like Quick Trip, the sandwiches, hamburger sandwiches. I put them all in the freezer, and I put the donuts out for my wife. And then if she wants some, or she can just put them in the freezer. And then I took the watermelon and I cut it. I cut all the inside of it out and cut it into chunks. So I was very happy. I don't expect them to give more than what they did. They were very generous to me because everything is so high now. I think that's nice that, like, whatever's left over, they just set it out in front of the church and they leave it out all day. I think about 5 or 6, whatever's left, they just bring in. So, but yeah, when I left, I think at least 5 other people were there. So I'm sure a lot of it, went down. So that's the end of that story, folks. One of Mike's many stories. Have a good day.